All right, cool. Whatever. Fuck it. Same shit.
I don't need that smoke. I'm like The Rock. The Rock. I do not need the smoke. Y'all know what happened to me. Getting smacked by SUGE SMITH. Everybody knows. Everybody fucking knows. Yes, it happened. I got smacked like a year ago.
It's been a year.
It's been almost a year. The Oscars about to come out again.
It's been a full year since he got slapped.
Yo, that SUGE SMITH comment.
Yeah, no, that's funny.
It's like
That's funny. I like that.
I'm gonna be laughing
that.
about.
I like that.
That's one of those things I was just gonna laugh about forever.
I feel like if played well, that's one of those things that could actually stick. You can start calling people SUGE SMITH.
Yeah.
Like, say you just slap somebody around, like, SUGE SMITH.
Got
Like,
SUGE SMITH.
right, yeah. Because Suge not in jail for the rest of his life, stupid. Anyways, how you feeling, cousin?
I'm good.
You good?
Yes.
You ready to?
I'm ready to roll. Let's talk about SUGE SMITH, Chris Rock, all that.
All that? You ready? What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Long Live Mosi, a.k.a. King Mosi. And I'm here with my cousin.
Oscar.
And we are back at it again with another You Good Digital podcast. This whole process, setting this thing up, has been matter of fact, like this video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to our personal Instagrams, all my V photos, guy links to _ You Good Digital Instagram. Follow, please, please, please. Yeah, but this process has been crazy. A lot of people don't see what goes on behind.
It's been so tough today. I want to SUGE SMITH somebody.
I want to SUGE SMITH somebody. I want to SUGE SMITH every camera. That's
I want to SUGE SMITH the camera. I want to SUGE SMITH this board. I want to SUGE SMITH these microphones. Just SUGE SMITH it up.
Just SUGE SMITH and the SUGE SMITH and the out of people. SUGE SMITH and the guy. So you saw the
entire special.
The entire special.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, F all that. Give it a round of applause for my cousin Oscar. Round of applause for setting this all up, making sure all this gets straight. You know what I'm talking about? Making sure, the audio sounds as best as he can. You know what I'm saying? The video as best as he can. Doing this as a one-man team. I be sitting there on the video game not doing nothing.
People will call me like, what you doing? Oh, setting up for the podcast? It look like you playing the video game.
I am playing the video games. My cousin's sitting up.
That's how I set up.
And then a round of applause for myself. You know what I'm saying? For editing, making sure, that it gets posted to social media, all that. So like I said, it's like we said in the last pod, it's a team effort, working together, making sure things happen. Now, off that, energy gone. Boom. Let's get back to the SUGE SMITH. So you saw the stand-up.
Yes.
What'd you think about it?
Chris Rock is funny.
Mm-hmm.
He's hella funny. And it was a good special. I might have been a little lifted while I was watching it.
Lifted in spirits or
lifted.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody who know if you know, you know.
Yeah.
You know. But I was a little lifted. But so it was funny, but when he said SUGE SMITH and that whole bit about Will Smith, this is his real first time addressing it in a public setting, right? I don't know. Really addressed it.
I don't think he has. I think this is the first time he addressed it to the world, at least.
Yeah. So I think that was I think it's kind of genius. He waited a year to address it too. It's all right, I got some material. He closed out his show with it. Everybody wants to know, and now it's you got to watch the Netflix special. Everybody's gonna watch it because they're gonna want to hear about SUGE SMITH.
The fact that we are going to use this, I think that was the one line that's going to stick for sure.
I don't know if I will ever call him Will Smith again. He is forever SUGE SMITH in my mind.
So did you like the stand up from the beginning to end?
Beginning to end, I would 100% recommend it. My friend I was watching it with, it was her second time seeing it. She watched it all the way through again. Mm-hmm. So it was he's hilarious. I think he talks about getting canceled in there and just all types of stuff, just classic Chris Rock, just on point with everything he's saying. Yeah, it was a good special.
You're gonna be disappointed because I haven't seen it yet. I saw bits and pieces of it. I've heard sound bites, that's been floating around on social media, especially mainly the ones that he's talking about Will Smith,
SUGE SMITH.
He talking about SUGE SMITH. I thought it was funny. I thought what I saw was funny. I'm not really like a fan of Chris Rock's comedy style, but I do respect it. I do respect the longevity in it.
Why are you not a fan?
A lot of his jokes seem to be corny to me,
They are corny.
and maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, that's probably why I like it so much, because I'm corny. I'm corny. Chris Rock's jokes is corny. I think it's hilarious. And so his jokes aren't like hella funny, but I think it's the energy he puts behind it and everything.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes it funny.
Do you think his jokes like cater to a specific audience?
I think his jokes cater to him. Like, cause I mean, he's a funny dude, but it's just like, and maybe it's just his style of funny, but like, I think Dave Chappelle's style of funny is hella funny. Like,
don't skip there. I was gonna get to that. I was gonna get to that. I mean, but matter of fact, go ahead. Say what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
The reason why I like
Put it on
Dave
there, nigga. Put it
Chappelle's
on. Put
type
it
of
on.
funny is Dave Chappelle. He's telling a story. Like, so he'll say one thing in the beginning, and then he'll go on this long rant. Stuff is kind of funny along the way, and then the punchline is like refers back to something he said 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
What makes it hella funny.
Yeah.
Chris Rock is more of a, what I'm thinking right now, and I could be wrong, I might have to go back and watch some more stuff, but he seems more of like a couple lines punchline, a couple lines punchline, a couple lines punchline, where Dave Chappelle's punchline, it's like 15 minutes in, right?
Yeah, understood. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't feel like it. I don't know. It's just I like his delivery sometimes. Like, he'd be like, "What do you call?" No. He'd be like, "Niggas," or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like the delivery, but I just like sometimes the jokes just don't hit for me. You know what I'm saying? I like him as an actor. I like him in. I love watching Chris Rock in movies. All the way back from New Jack City, you know, to what is it? The something with the funeral? Family funeral. Remember when that movie he was playing the mayor or something like that? Like, I just don't know none of his movies. I'm like, I'm a fan of his movies and just don't know.
Don't know the name.
Don't know the name of none of them. Hell, The Longest Yard, well, the second one, not the original one, but the second one. I like Chris Rock as an actor. Just not. He's great comedian, great actor, but to me personally, in my opinion, yeah, I think I would rather have a Dave Chappelle or a Cat Williams or Mike Epps. You know what I'm saying?
But stand-up comedy is difficult, right?
Absolutely.
So, like, he is definitely a great stand-up comedian. I just think his style of comedy and his style of funny is better in something scripted.
That's why I said, do you think it's catered to a specific audience?
It might be. And I might not be the audience either. We might not be Chris Rock's audience.
But you said he's hilarious.
I do think he's hilarious, but I like Dave Chappelle's jokes better.
Got you.
Right?
Understood.
So I don't think his jokes,
Understood.
I think he's funny because of the energy, his delivery and all that. And SUGE SMITH.
Right.
Like,
Right.
but like Dave Chappelle's jokes are like by far funnier.
Okay. Top 5 comedians right now. Go. Boom.
Dave
Let's hear it.
Chappelle.
All right. That's 1.
Dave Chappelle.
That's 2.
Dave Chappelle.
That's 3.
Dave Chappelle.
That's 4.
Dave Chappelle.
That's 5. Why? Because he spits hot fire. Dylan.
No, oh, you know what? I messed up.
Okay, talk to me.
My number 1 comedian, Richard Pryor.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor, Dave Chappelle. Eddie Murphy's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
You said Dave Chappelle, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy.
There's somebody else in there. Yeah, I'll just leave it there. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. I want to say the short guy. I can't remember.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. I want to say Kevin Hart.
The short nigga.
Look, his name slipped my mind. Like,
Right.
I don't know. Comedy is the Asian dude off Hangover. I watched his comedy special on Thursday too.
His name is Kevin? Kevin? No.
Nah, he used to be a doctor.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I'm just gonna call him Chow.
You want to
Mr.
fuck
Chow.
on me? Fuck on Chow? I would say my tops, my favorite. I'm not gonna even put him in the list. I'm gonna just give 5. I'm not gonna say top 1 through 5. Cat Williams, Mike Epps, Kevin Hart. I can. Oh, do I want to put Arnez J in there? Or Ari Spears type? I don't know.
See, I think
Dave
all those
Chappelle.
people are funny.
Dave Chappelle. Did I say Dave Chappelle?
I might have.
No. Cat Williams, Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, Mike Epps. I would even go far back and say Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac, yes.
Best of Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac is the man.
You better get yours before I get mine.
You got to get in the milk and cookies. Him downstairs.
I missed the Bernie Mac show.
I missed the Bernie Mac show too. Rest in peace to the GOAT. Rest in peace to the legend himself, Bernie Mac. Well, to us, Uncle Bernie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But so going back to the Chris Rock stand-up, so you enjoyed it. You thought it was cool. You would recommend it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm going to have to check it out for Shelly because your boy, I didn't check it out just off the fact that, I just not like.
I think it's good comedy.
I wasn't.
Here's the thing. Like, being a stand-up comedian is hard, period. Like,
Shout out to all the comedians out there. Shout out to y'all.
Because I think Chris Rock explained it. He was like on a show where like they interview famous people or whatever, and he was like, or was it Dave Chappelle? One of them said it was like, how weird would it be if your kid came home one day? It's like, yeah, I stood up in front of 500 people and talked and made them laugh. Like, that's not a normal thing to do. Like,
absolutely. You know how hard it is to make. You know how hard it is to intentionally make somebody laugh.
yes, I know.
You can make people laugh off the strength of just you being silly outside, making a joke, whatever. You in an area where people are just loose and they're not looking to be.
Yeah.
What is it? They're not looking to laugh, but you do something crazy.
Right.
But imagine people paying their hard-earned money,
Right.
spending their hard-earned time,
Right.
to come see you make them laugh. So now there's already a wall there because they're expecting something out of you. The expectation is 10 times higher than just me throwing a joke and we out at the club. You know what I'm saying?
That's why every time you say I'm funny, I'm like, no, I'm not funny.
Nah, dog, I don't want to hear nothing. You probably are one of the top 5 funniest people that I know right now.
Yeah, but all my humor is in if I'm gonna be funny, it's got to be in context. So one, you got to know me. You have to know me as a person.
Yeah, no, true.
And two, you got to have. My humor is a little crude, right? It's like, ooh, why would you say that?
But I mean, that's. I mean, but isn't that what comedy is, though? It's all the things that we won't say, but people make jokes about it.
I think really good I think it's more than that. I think it's more than just what you say. I think really good comedians and people really good at anything.
Well, yeah, that's taking it to another level of complexity, I guess you could say. But I'm just saying, like, as far as
just regular funny?
The idea of a comedian is to turn something maybe that's bad, sad, whatever, indifferent into something funny that everybody can digest.
Okay, I agree with that. The simplicity of being a comedian is
to simplify it, not because I know there's layers to it for sure.
Oh yeah, it's to say what everybody's thinking and make it funny.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because like nobody wants to be the bad guy. So how do you say what you really feel?
Right.
You make somebody laugh while doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's easy to digest. Like, it was funny, but
you wrong.
That's why. What's that saying? Was it every joke comes with a bit of truth or something like that?
A little truth in every joke.
There's a little truth in every joke.
Yeah. Yeah. When I'm funny though, I don't be joking. I be serious.
But that's what makes it funny because you be so serious and you'll say it with a straight face, and I'll be like, "Yo, our phone conversations, you had me weak the other when we talked about on the phone." You had me so.
You just gonna bring up our phone conversation and not give the people any insight.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My bad. That's an inside joke that we got to keep between fam. Yeah, you dig what I'm talking about. But hey, shout out to that conversation. That was a great conversation. You got anything else you want to say about
The SUGE SMITH?
Yeah, because I didn't see it, so I can't really say much. I'm gonna wait to get my opinion later on.
No, you should definitely go watch it. Chris Rock is funny. Maybe not in my top 5. I don't think he cares, but if you want to drag me through the mud for saying you're not in my top 5, Chris Rock, please, instant fame right there.
But matter of fact, you know what? I do have something to say about this. Even though I didn't watch it. I would say that it was actually a genius business move.
Why?
To turn his pain, to monetize his pain. Cause I know he felt that. I know he went through a lot after that slap, especially getting slapped at your job in front of millions of people by somebody
in front of the world.
Right, if in front of by somebody you would almost consider a colleague or a brother if they had that type of relationship, right. Which I thought that they did because I think he mentioned it. Right, so I believe that what he did was smart. Get a special off of it, go to Netflix because Netflix is giving out bags. You know what I'm saying? Go to Netflix, get your bag. But I just think it wasn't smart to wait so long. That was the one thing. Why not? Because it died down.
Did it?
Oh, good question.
Did it? Because, so the whole slap and everything might have died down, but all he's doing, he called that man SUGE SMITH, right? So
shout out to SUGE SMITH.
So what's happening right now? People are looking at the comedy special. They're going back and replaying the slap.
Right.
It's all the way back again. I don't think it's dead anymore.
And I don't think it's ever gonna die out. That's one of the moments that's gonna stay in history forever. And I think you said the Oscars is coming back up, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Oscar is coming.
The Oscar. I'm the Oscar.
SUGE SMITH slap Chris Rock at your house?
At my show. On
Oscars?
my show. On my show.
On your show?
It's my show. The Oscars. That's my show.
Y'all just didn't.
It's my show.
Oh, that's why we couldn't name the podcast the Oscars.
Because I already had a show.
We got sued. What was I about to say? Yeah, but that's all I want to say about that. I just think I think he personally waited too long, but then again, I can see why maybe he waited around this time to do everything because it makes sense coming back to the Oscars.
You know what's also interesting about it?
What's up?
I think he waited so long. He didn't kick Will Smith while he was down.
Oh,
right.
Let's talk about it.
He didn't kick because
let's talk about it.
He could have piled it all on while it was happening and just kicked that man.
Hold on, let me put you on your. Say that again. Let me put your camera on you. I gotta put the camera on you. Say that again.
He could have piled it all on.
No, go from the top. I gotta hear from the top.
He didn't kick Will Smith while he was down, right? He could have piled it all on and everything, but he didn't. He waited. He let whatever was gonna happen to Will Smith happen. So any negative that happened to Will Smith this past year was based all off Will Smith's actions. Chris Rock let all that die down and then said, now I'm going to talk about it and make it funny because anything I say should no longer have any impact on his career.
Shout out to Oscar with the strong take. Ooh. But I'm going to tell you right now, fuck all that, cuz I feel like
Wait.
I don't think he waited. I think he was because it takes a while before a comedian gets all their to prep for their special. They go to different bars or whatever. They go to different things and they try out jokes and see what hits and what don't hit.
Right.
And I think that's what he was doing for that year. I really want to believe what you said though. I really want to believe that take, but I don't think nobody has that much. Not in today's world. I don't think nobody has that much. What's the word I'm looking for? Empathy or sympathy for somebody to let them get it out. Because
he could have drugged Will Smith on the news. He could have made a comment. But
he wouldn't have made no money off the news and all. Making comments on Twitter or whatever.
That's true. That's true too. I mean, maybe he didn't wait for the reasons why I think, but
I wish.
I hope.
I mean,
because he said he was a Will Smith fan, right?
they was friends.
Right.
They was friends.
And
they got movies. Don't they got movies together? I feel like I know Chris Rock and Jada got a movie together.
Yeah, Chris Rock touched on that too.
I heard that clip. Yeah.
He was like, "Oh yeah, so you said something about me then. I got your back years later. This is what we do in this business."
Yeah, I heard.
He was like, "You was mad at somebody else when you slapped me. You wasn't mad at me."
He wasn't what he said. You wasn't mad at August Alsina.
No, basically, Chris Rock was saying Will Smith wasn't mad at Chris Rock. Will Smith was mad at Jada and slapped Chris Rock. Chris Rock was just collateral.
So misplaced energy.
I think so.
You know what's crazy? When the slap happened, I said that. When the slap happened and I saw it, I said, and I saw I saw the slap on Twitter, saw it, whatever case may be. Then I went back and watched the whole thing.
Right.
And I was like, yo, dog ain't really mad at Chris Rock.
Nah.
Because he laughed at it in the first place. And he kept going. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just kept going, whatever the case may be. And then he walked up there and slapped the nigga in his face. And I'm like, nah, he's mad at something completely different. Rock was just the one to push it over the edge in that moment. And it was almost like it was almost like Will was embarrassed in front of his colleagues. And he had to do something about it.
Yeah.
But I'm over this shit. The slap happened. Yeah, I didn't watch it, but yeah, that's all I want to say. How you feel about that?
That's cool.
It's cool.
Yeah, what's next?
What's next? You heard about the Ja Morant situation? Speaking of Suge Knight,
right.
You heard of the Ja Morant situation?
I touched on it a little bit. Like I heard a little something about it. I think whatever he's doing is silly. And
well, let me catch the audience up for the people who don't know. So Ja Morant is a professional basketball player. He's had a bunch of different incidences over the past maybe like year and a half, 2 years. One incident, the 17-year-old boy at the time was at his house playing basketball. They got into a fight. Ja Morant beat him up. And they went in the house, grabbed a gun, and was brandishing the gun like he had in his pants, whatever the case may be. That was one. Another incident happened a couple weeks ago where he was playing the Pacers. I think it was a home game in Memphis. One of his friends was like flashing a red laser beam through the Pacers bus that was leaving. Whether it was a laser or a gun, whatever, doesn't matter. It was flashing it. And then recently, he had a gun on Instagram Live, or allegedly he had a gun. We don't know if it was real, fake, or whatever. Allegedly he had a gun online, and he was waving it and showing it off. And now he's been suspended. He was suspended for 2 games when it happened. And then I guess when the police of the city that they were in, I forgot what city they were in, didn't press charges, I guess the Grizzlies suspended him for 4 more games. So they're trying to see what they're going to do, if he's going to be out for the season, how many games. I think the NBA is going to step in and actually figure out a punishment for him. But just actually to catch y'all up a little speed, how do you feel? One, how do you feel about Ja Morant? Let's just stop there. How do you feel about Ja Morant in those situations?
So, how do I feel about him in those situations? I'm going to take an unpopular opinion approach.
Okay, talk to me. That's what we're here for. I
completely understand why he's acting the way he's acting.
Ooh, get your camera ready. I need to hear this.
Here's why. So, when I was in my 20s,
okay,
the entire time, I partied a lot, out drinking, having a great time. I probably spent enough money multiple nights to buy tables, but I really couldn't afford a table, right?
Right.
Fast forward, 34, 35, mid-30s now, whatever. And I don't even drink anymore, and I go buy tables because I can, right? And it's a situation to where it's like, ooh, I'm going to do this because I can, because of who I am, and I got this now. So he's out here, 23, I think.
Yeah.
Got a whole bunch of money. He's doing it because I can now, and I didn't used to be able to do it, so I'm doing it because I want to. Who gonna check me? That's how he feel. Because that's how I feel when I buy a table in the club.
I don't drink, but who gonna check me?
Who gonna check me? Who gonna tell me what I can and can't do?
Hey, let me tell y'all something. My cousin has literally bought a table. We was at a club. We was standing around, chilling, whatever case may be. I be chilling. I be standing around because I be dancing. He said, how much is a bottle? I'm like, bro, you don't even drink. He said, I'm not trying to drink. I just want to sit down. I said, so you about to get a table just so you can sit? Yeah, I want to get a table so I can sit down. Cause you know there's chairs over there. No, I want to be able to leave and come back. I said, all right. So the man's ended up getting a table and a bottle.
That night I got 2 tables because the bottles is so cheap. I was like, oh, that's it. Give me 2. I want these
like,
2 tables.
He's like, is this much? Oh yeah, give me 2 of them. Give me 2 of them. I was like, okay, all right, big baller. But go continue. Go ahead.
But I get it. Like, so if I'm in my mid-30s and I'm gonna act like that because I'm experiencing a part of my life, or I'm experiencing certain situations that I couldn't experience before. And I'm probably a little bit more responsible than him because I'm not going to brandish any pistols. I'm not trying to get in a fight with nobody. I'm just trying to I'm flexing for myself, and I do just enough to make myself feel good.
Right.
I think he's flexing because not only is he trying to make himself look good, he's trying to look like the man. Right. So I don't be trying to look like the man when I be out in the club.
You don't, and you don't, and I vouch for you when you say that because you'll buy the table and you really be sitting down.
Yeah, no, I buy the table so I can sit down. I buy the table so I can chill.
Shout out to Oscar buying the table. She nigga know what I'm talking about. Big dog status.
Yeah, and I do it because it makes me feel good that I can do it, right? But I think he's trying to show that he's the man or trying to prove something or earn some street cred. I don't know what he's trying to do, but the only route he's going down right now is losing his money.
Well, let me tell you the difference between you and Ja Morant. You do things and it doesn't affect the people around you. You buying a table because you can and because you probably couldn't do it at one point in time is different from you not having money growing up and then you going to trying to be a street nigga.
Right, but
because
okay.
Because you buying a table at the club, that might inspire somebody to want to go get some money. That might inspire somebody to be like, oh, if Oscar can do that and be real player like that and just buy the table for his friends and family so they can have fun, you know what I'm saying? He not even in the situation, he just vibing with everybody. That's admirable. But to come from where you come from, grow up, be one of the top 5 players in the NBA, make all of this money, you're damn near the face of the NBA, to go backwards and try to be the niggas that's broke in the hood that's trying to get to where you are. To me, I can't respect that. And Ja Morant is like my favorite player in the NBA right now. Outside of LeBron James, okay, it's 3 of them. LeBron James, Derrick Rose first, LeBron James second, and then Ja Morant. These are just my favorite players. If I go like who's the best, of course LeBron is number 1. But it's to me it's backwards. It's why the fuck, like, bro, you move to because I've hung around real street niggas. I've been around street niggas. My uncle's a real OG street nigga. You know what I'm saying?
But street dudes don't be trying to do all that.
And that's my point.
Yeah.
They're not trying to do all that. Like I remember when there was a point in time the street niggas didn't want to be on camera.
Oh yeah.
They'd be like, because I was the one that was recording. Because I was the entertaining one. So I wanted to be on all the social media and stuff like that. They'd be like, bro, stop recording. Like, why you always recording? Why you always recording something? You know what I'm saying? Like, right. What? Like, why you always recording? Like, bro, you on live? Turn that shit off. It got to a point to where certain people would even come in the house or come in the room where I was at. I just cut the camera off. I wouldn't even put my phone away because I know what type of time niggas be on. I don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just think Ja moving a little funny style. Like I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Well, the other part of it too is he didn't come from money, right?
I don't think he did. I think, but I know he still had both his parents. I know he went to a private school. I think, but I also seen videos, of him on TikTok hanging with the guys.
He didn't come from multi-millions.
No.
So I think another issue, I think something that's missed here is when you drop millions of dollars in someone's lap, that's not even a grown up yet. And like, look, he's 23. By all means, he's a grown up. by age and societal standards, right?
Right.
But I don't think he's not mature yet. He probably doesn't fully know who he is as a person. And you drop all that money in somebody's lap and they not sure who they are, it could be problems. Like someone at 23, someone dropped millions of dollars in my lap. Like it would have been a problem.
Blew that shit.
Not only would I have blown it, I might have tried to be hood and street and all that stuff. I doubt it, but I might.
I'm about to say, cousin.
What?
I've been knowing you all my life.
No,
I don't think you would have tried that.
Well, so I might not try to be hood, but I would have been trying to stunt like I was like the guy. I would have been trying to project a persona that wasn't really me.
But I look at it like this: if like to me, it's like, bro, if you top 5 in the NBA, you that guy. You just got a Nike. You just got a Nike endorsement deal. You got a shoe now. You are that guy. And I would even say if millions dropped in your lap, you just didn't get it from not working, from not being good or great at something, from not applying some type of pressure. So you got to be that guy in some aspect. My mic keep moving. You got to be that guy in some aspect of life in order to make that type of money. You know, because the money is a result of the work that you put in.
Right. It is. I think he may be that guy to us on the outside looking in, but internally he's not that guy to himself.
I hear you.
Like, that's essentially what it boils down. Though there are some internal things that man is working through.
Right.
That he hasn't gotten the support he needs to work through them correctly. Right. And that's no dig on anybody, because apparently his parents did raise him right. He made it to the NBA. Right?
Yeah.
That's work ethic right there.
Yeah.
But just because you come from a good household and you come from this and that doesn't mean you don't have internal things you have to fight through. Right. Like, I just, being fully transparent on here, I just figured out why.
I thought you were about to say something crazy.
No.
I had to save you.
I am about to say something crazy, but just being fully transparent, like, I just figured out why I had such a hard time getting over my ex and why I'm not fully over her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just leave it at that. But in it's internal things, right? Like, so whatever he's going through, he ain't worked it out.
Right.
And he probably don't even know he got something he need to work out.
That's deep.
Like,
that's deep.
Because you got to be really self-reflective and really self-aware to know when you got something you need to work out.
Understood. Let me hit you with this one. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say right now, I feel like I feel like I'm gonna put some of this blame on his father, and the reason why I say that, is because I do deep down in my heart feel like Ja and T, his dad T, I do feel like T raised Ja to be a dog, and I mean a dog isn't like in this basketball shit. Like, I believe in you, son. I'm always there. T always at the games. This and that. T is very supportive. He's almost giving me LeVar Ball vibes. I don't know if you know LeVar Ball, the Ball brothers. Yeah. But then there's a point to where the respect level is not there because Ja is the breadwinner. Ja is the one that's making the money. Ja is the one that's putting on for the family type.
So you don't think he respects his father?
I think he respects his father, but I think T is actually playing. Matter of fact, I heard said. One of them niggas on the sports channel said. But when he said it, I was like, I was already thinking that, like, because T Morant does play like the old young soul trying to be, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, stunned at the game, which is cool, do that, but on the back end of it, what happened to that? I'd never do no shit like this because my father would nigga knock me into the next century. You know what I'm saying? Like that discipline that you gotta have to where it's like dog, I didn't raise you like that. I get it. You want to be flashy, you want to be that guy, you can do that, but we didn't. And if we did come up in the hood, and if you know T was a gangster back in the day, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got little life no more. We here, we made it. You know what I'm saying? You then got a $200 million deal. You get what I'm saying? Like we don't live back in, I think they was in South Carolina. Where they from? We don't live there no more. You ain't got to be that.
Right.
I think that's when the father should step in. If he hasn't already, I don't know. I can't. This is just me giving my, you know what I'm saying, how I see it. Step in and be like, hey, dog, what's going on with you? I get it. You might make more money than Pops or whatever. You think you big dog in the house, whatever the case may be, but I'm still your father at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? That's when the discipline for me as a father has to come in. Like, dog, hey, what you do? And let's just say this. Let's not just put it on the father. Let's just say, nigga, you f***ing up our bag.
And look,
You know what I'm saying? You about to f*** up the bag.
yeah. I mean, and maybe when his father was raising him, maybe he was just so focused on basketball and just disciplining that, he didn't get the discipline in the other areas of his life.
Right. And I guess. And we don't know. We just speculating off what we saw and what we see and giving ideas. But, yeah, man, I just think it kind of, it falls. To me, everything falls on leadership.
Yes.
You know, and I feel like if the father is there, then he's still the man of the house, no matter who is making the. You watch BMF?
Nah, but I should start. I know what you're talking about, though.
Okay.
I know the show you're talking about.
Yeah. Then I ain't gonna even say it. Don't even matter. But you know what I'm saying? I just don't. The father has to have a say so.
It's not just the father though. Like, where are his teammates? Where's his coaches?
Nigga, them ain't his family members. That ain't his daddy. That ain't his daddy.
That's true, but I've had people in my life who I respected pull me aside. Yo, don't do that.
I've had that too, but at the end of the day, you gonna listen to your father if he's doing what he's supposed to be doing before you listen to anybody.
Yes, but if you have these other people in your life, they need to step up and be like, yo, chill with that.
Yeah, he do got people in his life. And them niggas is pointing guns at the
Well, he don't have the right people. He don't have the right people in his life.
Them niggas is pointing guns. They like pew 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 pew.
Real from my experience, and this is my personal experience, real hood people, they be like, bro, don't do that. Do better.
Man, let me tell you a story. So this is gonna be a quick story. When I came up dancing, people used to make fun of me for dancing. That's how I started. Then when I would go to the clubs with or parties, the house parties, because there wasn't no clubs. Right. House parties with my cousins, my friends, stuff like that. When I was dancing, and I'd be, all the bitches. I mean, excuse me, all the girls be on. You know what I'm saying? The girls be on me because I'm dancing, and all the other dudes is mad. They're like, "Who the dancing ass?" and stuff like that. The dudes that I was with, they would always make sure I was safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he the dancing. He the dancer. That's cool. That's the homie. That's little bruh. And if they saw somebody doing something, hating on me or whatever the case may be, they handle that shit for me. They'd protect me. It was almost like they would protect me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So the hood dudes, the real gangsters,
the real ones,
real gangsters, they was protecting their people. You know what I'm saying?
Always. And
I would go to parties, but my grandmother would I'm telling you, my grandmother would take me to parties, and I'd be by myself, and she would be like, I don't like it in there. It's dark in there. Or I don't like it because I'm like, Grandma, trust me.
I'm good.
And even and you know how I move with me, even being out here. I go anywhere by myself. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because I know.
Because they know you real. They know you authentic, right?
Like, I'm not trying to be that.
You're not trying to be something you're not.
I'm not trying to be.
They respect
don't
that.
get me wrong. No, I will protect myself at all.
That's
costs.
not what we're saying. We not. But that's the other part of it too.
Yeah.
Like that's real hood people. If they see you got something that can take you somewhere,
right.
Other than what they doing, they gonna tell you to pursue that.
And that's what my story was saying. Like they be like, bro, you dance, bro. Like, oh. You know what I'm saying?
Do that.
Don't do that. Like, why you over here with us? Like,
right.
They was my partners though. They family. They still to this day they family. Shout out to y'all. Y'all know who y'all is. But they be like, bro, you dance like, but they'll make jokes like dancing ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know? Right. But they always made sure that I was doing what I had to do, and they always made sure what they did was separate from.
It wouldn't impact what you got going.
I almost felt. It was a point in time where I felt left out. Like y'all. Like, what, y'all don't rock with me like that? What's going on? You know what I'm saying?
They was protecting you.
But I didn't know that until I got older.
Yeah.
Until I was old enough to realize, like, that was their form of protection. Like, yeah, we about to go hit a lick, or we about to go do this, or we about to go do that.
And that's why whoever these people Ja got around him.
It's crazy.
they not his real friends.
Absolutely not.
Because they would pull him aside and be like, bruh, why are you doing this? Why are you dismantling everything you work so hard for? It's like this man.
Not even that. Not even that. But I look at it like this, bruh. I'm around you. I'm reaping the benefits of simply being your friend.
Yeah.
Trust
Don't
me.
mess it up.
When I go home, I'm not going back home to a mansion. I'm going back home to either a regular house or an apartment. You fucking up my bag now. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Respectfully, trust me. I know where it's coming from, but you got to remember, you not only feeding your family.
You feeding a lot of people that's around you.
Feeding the people that's working for you.
Mm-hmm.
You feeding the ones that grew up in the hood with you. I got a clothing line now. You just wear my stuff down the tunnel, and everybody buying my stuff off of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feeding. Oh, I got picked up a camera. Now I'm following and vlogging you, and I got a media company because I'm following you because you the breadwinner. Mm-hmm. Don't fuck that up for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at that's how I look at things. You know, so that's why I look at Ja and I'm like, bro, like I get it, you 23, but you know, you got a lot of eyes on you, you got a lot of money in your pocket, and you got a lot of respect. What is it? It's great responsibility that come with all that, mm-hmm. And you need to adjust. It happened. You're 23. I get it. You're young, but you need to adjust. You got to.
I think I agree with you. I think people are asking for a lot. Like, he's 23. Is asking for a lot, and I think we're right.
If that's the case, then maybe they shouldn't give him money.
No. Well, maybe
they shouldn't. They should have an age limit in the NBA. That would suck, right?
Well, it would suck because everybody be too old to play.
Not what? No, what? No.
At 35, 36, you geriatric.
I said 25.
25?
25. What if it was the 24, 20? You had to be at least 24 or 25. That's like graduating from college. You had to be 24 or 25 to get into the NBA. Right.
Well, here's the other problem, though.
But I'm just saying, though, because I'm correlating to what you said about.
Oh, no. I think everything people are asking them to do is the right thing. I still think it's asking a lot.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you think because of his age is asking a lot, then you need to put an age restriction on it.
No,
it's like alcohol. There's a reason why you start drinking at 21.
Right. But so it's asking a lot, but I think it's fair to ask that much because you are in the limelight. Like, grow up. It's too bad that you're so young and got this money.
And that's why I don't think it's asking a lot.
It's still, regardless of that opinion, I still think it's asking a lot. Just because he should be able to deal with it.
I get what you're saying.
It's still asking a lot.
It's asking.
Aston.
I get what you're saying, but it
doesn't make any sense.
It makes sense.
It makes sense, but it's like I'm literally contradicting myself in the same statement.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I acknowledge that it's asking a lot, and I think that's why he's like, he may not have been ready.
It's not asking a lot when you are getting a lot.
Well,
you're getting the world. You literally have the world in your hands. That's what the words I was trying to figure out. It's not asking a lot when you're receiving
a lot,
just as much or more. All you got to do is not be stupid.
Right.
They're not asking him to do anything outside of being a normal fucking person.
He's getting paid for the expectations being put on him. Is that what you're saying?
Nigga, no.
What?
Because a normal citizen, the expectations of a normal citizen, wrong camera. The expectations of a normal citizen is to not do what Ja is doing. That's the expectation on you and me, and we don't have $2 million contracts. Nigga, you got a $2 million contract. It should be the least of your worries. The least. Nigga, I would rather him not have paid taxes the last 3 years and him fighting that than him fighting trying to be a gangster. Because then that makes sense. Because the money come with taxes. That comes with that. Okay, cool. I expect that. The IRS coming after you. Okay, all right, cool. Wesley Snipes, we get it.
He just being stupid.
But now you just being stupid. Like, the expectation, like, it's all the only expectation you got is to go win the Memphis Grizzlies basketball games. And you've been doing that. You've exceeded in that. Now you just got to finish it and go win a championship if you ever do. I mean, which is a hard thing for anybody to do. Right. But you've been winning. Nobody was talking about the fucking Memphis Grizzlies 4 years ago. Like, what are we talking about? Now that's all you see. Memphis Grizzlies, Ja Morant, gritty. Memphis Grizzlies, Ja Morant, gritty.
Ja Morant, get it together.
Say it again.
Ja Morant, get it together.
Absolutely.
Just at the end of the day, just get it together. Be a role model for these young black men out. He black, right?
I want to put the camera on me so I can look at you when I say this.
I know he black. I saw the picture on the thing.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Okay. Going back.
With a name, Ja Morant. Of course he's black.
Right. What?
I mean,
if anybody else pop up named Ja Morant, I'm gonna be spooked. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be shocked.
At the end of the day, Ja Morant, get together, be a role model for these young black kids. But regardless if that's what you wanted or not, it's what you are. So do right, get it right, or lose your money and not be famous anymore. Whatever. It's up to you, bro.
And that is an option as well.
That is an option if that's what you want to do.
If that's what you want to do, but I mean, I would say as a young black man who has a lot of other young black men following behind you, don't do what the OGs are doing. The OGs are slowly trying to be the young niggas again, and they falling back into what's going on. I've seen it left and right. Don't do that. Don't backtrack. Forward thinking. You are the brand. You could be the face of the NBA. Take that, run with it, put everybody in your circle on. That's all I got to say on that. And yeah. So
am I allowed to talk about our pre-podcast stuff on the podcast?
Yeah, why not? Shoot the shit.
We was just real long-winded. The first thing you said, hey, we got to not be so long-winded when we answering these questions. And we didn't win an hour on two subjects.
And sometimes we need... It's been less than an hour because remember the audio was running after I stopped to record it.
We 3 minutes away from an hour.
Yeah, but the audio not... It's not... see, this that complications we be talking about. The audio... Remember, I started recording before we actually started recording because I restarted it. So it's not... We're not at an hour yet.
Whatever.
That's why we need a studio so we can have everything.
We can have a big clock right there.
We got everything put up and do
like this topic is over.
Right.
But you know what we're gonna do? Next time we live stream, we're gonna have the people in the comments keep us honest. Be like, y'all just mumbling now. Move on.
Yeah, y'all just talk. But it ain't even that. We be mumbling. Like we be really giving game, and sometimes you gotta really get a full thought out. I hate being long-winded, but sometimes, like when it's talking about the youth, talking about doing better, talking about just being a better person, that might take a little bit more time.
Well, the other part of it is not scripted, and so it's like sometimes I be up here trying to work through my thoughts, and
right.
I get to.
He said, "Nigga, think quicker."
Right. I get to thinking about stuff, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, maybe I don't agree with what I thought I agreed with.
Right.
That happens to me all the time. I'm like, wait a minute.
Contradicting my statement, but I'm just saying.
I'm like, wait a minute. Because even if you trash, you could do something great because it's not called a trash can.
It's called a trash can. It's called a trash can.
So Ja Morant, he's trash right now, but he still can.
He still can. Let me tell you. Hey, Cuddy, hold on. I saw something on Instagram. I think I sent it to you. Can I read it to you?
Yeah.
Some shout out to Earn Your Leisure. They posted not too long ago about Nipsey Hussle had the same model as business model as Apple. So it said, we posted this on March 11, 2019, 3 weeks before the untimely passing. His loss is still felt, but so is his inspiration. The marathon continues. Here's the original Okay, so that was the first part. Vertical integration is when a company combines different products and services to meet one's common need. No one has mastered this better than Apple. In the early 2000s, the iPod was the hottest way to consume music. Today, you know what I just thought about? You know what I just thought about? I'm going to let you take this over.
Why?
I'm going to let you take this over.
I'm so confused.
Don't be confused. Just trust me.
Okay.
So I'm going to let you take this over.
You going to have me read out loud? Like, I can't read well.
Cause.
What am I reading? What slide were you on?
I was on this third slide. I was going to the third slide.
First, it was iTunes on iPhones that allowed customers to purchase music directly, and now it's the music streaming service Apple Music. They essentially combined their two hottest products into one, all while branding them with their name, Apple Services for Apple Products. That makes the brand name much stronger. If they had done a deal with Spotify for their music, it wouldn't have had the same effect. Nipsey Hussle famously released a $100 mixtape a few years ago. It shocked the industry, but it was successful partly because it followed the vertical integration model. The $100 included the CD merchandise and a ticket to a live performance. Instead of selling all three separately, he combined all three in a genius marketing move. His LA clothing store sells his apparel line and merchandise, which is all tied to his music. He actually rapped a line on his album, I'm integrated vertically. Nipsey had the album of the year in 2018, in our opinion, but what's even more impressive is his ability to adapt corporate business models for his brand.
Yeah. So the reason
I saw he texted me something and I'm like, my reading got messed up. But vertical integration, like when you sent that to me, I thought it was
that will stick on. We'll stick on that idea.
The vertical.
Yeah.
I think it's a very interesting thing. The best business people do that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I okay, go ahead. My bad.
Well, no, you didn't cut me off. It's just I think it's a very interesting concept, and not a lot of companies have done it, but some have. You look at Google, right? Started out as a search engine. What?
Oh no, just laughing. Go ahead.
Started out as a search engine, then they went to email, then they went to documents. Or you look at Rihanna, singer, right?
Yeah.
Well, she gets her makeup done.
Yeah.
Makeup.
Yeah.
Well, she has to wear clothes.
Yeah.
Clothes.
Yeah. And that's what I was gonna say. When I was like, I get it because as a dancer, I had a clothing brand, but then I also did music at one point in time.
Right.
So I was teaching dance classes to my music, wearing my clothes.
Right.
Vertical integration.
Right.
I never knew the term, and I never knew how to explain it until I used to think that I was doing too much. You know what I'm saying? I used to be like, I think I'm doing. Maybe I should.
When
focus
it's all
on
related, though. When everything you're doing is all related and it makes sense to do it, and it's just another piece of the puzzle, then it all makes sense. Because like vertical integration for me, this is how it looks. When I was 16, I used to produce music. Mm-hmm. That's audio.
Right.
Then I started doing photography.
Right.
And then I bought a photography camera that had video on it one day.
Right.
And I shot some video. So now I've done music.
Uh-huh.
I've done photography.
Uh-huh.
I've done video.
Uh-huh.
I did the lighting because of the photography and everything.
Right.
Now we have this podcast.
And we got all this production behind us that nobody could see. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out to the production. Shout out to the production team, Oscar.
But what I'm saying is like everything I've done up until this point kind of all integrates into one thing.
Right.
All my interests, all the things I've enjoyed doing and everything. So it makes a lot of sense. It can be difficult to do if it's not done correctly.
And that's the thing that I was having a hard time with because I couldn't figure out how to do it correctly because I was by myself. You know what I'm saying? It was hard to. The clothes still move, as you can see. If I put it on, you can see all this behind us. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Honor and Legacy. You know what I'm saying? The brand, boom, 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 shoes and all type of stuff. I just didn't know how to incorporate it into what I was doing, and that is genuinely the hardest part.
So I think the piece that you were missing is, I think a lot of people who are successful at vertical integration are really successful at one thing first.
Yeah.
And it makes it easier to move over to the other thing. They become iconic in whatever that first thing is.
Right.
And then they're able to like put them all together.
Right.
So I think, in my opinion, you're dancing and you're teaching classes. I think the next spot for you would have been to have online courses or dance videos or something where people could like learn how to dance from you.
Right.
I think that would have been better than maybe the clothing line or the music. Although, like for music, you got to dance to music.
I was about to say, well, you got to dance to clothes too, and a lot of dancers are stylish. Like a lot of the trends that dancers start or do, everybody else catches on, or used to, caught on to. You know what I'm saying? Caught on to like the hammer pants. You know what I'm saying? Like the baggy sweats and stuff like that. A lot of the b-boys and the b-girls back in the day started that. Wearing the hat to the side type. You know what I'm saying? Like the dope boys and all that. Like it's a cultural thing. So I feel like the clothes would integrate into it as well. You know what I'm saying? But that e-courses online classes, and I do agree with that. I could have took that a long time.
And I think for your approach to vertical integration, the reason why it was probably difficult is like they were like huge. They were things that all went together, but they were wildly different markets,
different industries for sure.
Wildly different industries.
Same entertainment industry, but different industries within that umbrella.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they were wildly different. Whereas some other companies, like how they put stuff together, like it's just one small piece. And then they put it another small piece, and they start like slowly integrating it together. And maybe I'll say that it wasn't that it was because they were wildly different markets. I think you might have tried to integrate them too fast.
Yeah,
I think it was that.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
The speed 100%. Of the integration was too fast. Because like,
100%.
If we look at Nipsey, like he was a successful rapper before he put out that $100 mixtape.
Yeah,
with the concert ticket and the whatever else he put.
Yeah, but so that was a genius. The $100 mixtape. Just saying $100 mixtape made people not buying no fucking $100 mixtape. Like you know what I'm saying? It make people talk about it. Or I'm gonna buy the $100 mixtape because I want to support. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, but did you know what entailed? Did you know that what came along with the $100 mixtape?
I didn't realize you got a concert ticket and something else. It was something else you got.
Something from his clothing brand.
Right.
So the $100 wasn't just the music.
Right.
It was the actual. It's actually a physical piece of a tangible item, and then it was an experience with the concert ticket.
Right.
That's genius.
Well,
because not only am I going to listen to the music before I get to the concert, I'm about to wear the clothes to the concert.
Right.
To listen to the music again.
Right. Well, and it also gets the clothing into people's hands. So it's like it's marketing the clothing line, right?
Yeah.
Because whatever product you got was probably a lot more expensive than the $100.
Yeah, I heard this clothing brand. They say because they integrated out and started doing like toothbrushes, pens, notepads, and I forgot what podcast they was on. They was saying like the interview actually like, why do you guys do so much outside of the clothing? He was like, because I want to be in your house.
Yeah,
I just don't want to be in your closet. And I was like, oh, that's deep. He was like, I just don't want my clothes being folded in the dresser or hung up in the closet. I want that pen to say my brand. I want that coffee mug to say my brand. I want the because you carry your phone all the time. I want the phone case to say my brand. When he said that, it blew my mind. I was like, we thinking so minimal. The idea is just to get your brand in front of people's faces, and once you do, oh, what's that? What's that pen? Oh, it's his honor and legacy. Oh, they got pen. Oh no, it's a clothing brand actually. Hey, check out their stuff. It's a conversational starter. It's a conversation starter.
You know what's funny?
What's up?
People always look at me. Oh, Oscar, you dress so plain, so plain, so plain. Yo, I'm not about to advertise for nobody for free. I paid you to advertise for you. No, sir.
You see. Let me put on camera. You see the shirt he got on. What to say? Let him know.
Respond,
overreact. You feel me? We've been talked about that in what episode 2 or 3?
Yeah.
Episode 2 or 3, yeah.
It's a shirt that I made, so I'm okay with wearing this. But like, I'm not about to go spend $150 on a Gucci shirt that says Gucci.
Right.
So people are like, oh, what? Oh, that's a Gucci shirt. I'm gonna go buy. No.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tap in with my high end brands a little bit. I like majority of them.
I love high end brands because the quality's great.
Yeah.
It looks good and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm not about to advertise for you for free. I'm a walking billboard for you now.
Yeah. Shout out. Am I on camera one? Shout out and rest in peace. Big rest in peace to my brother RBC Bugsy. He was another one who followed the Nipsey Hussle blueprint, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
He did the music, and he did the clothing brand I have on the shirt right now. I don't know if y'all can see that. Whatever. You can see it. You see it say Rubber Band Clan on it. Rest in peace, my brother. I love you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's always gonna be and forever. And it ain't gonna stop. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah.
Yeah, that's why I wear my plain gray shirt.
I'll be on your head about that.
Yeah, everybody be on my head about all types of stuff. But I wear your stuff.
Yeah,
like,
you do.
Well, because like I don't mind advertising for my cousin.
Right.
I not only do I wear it, I actually buy it.
He do. And I be trying to give it to him. I be like, bro, here, you done did so much for me. He be like, how much is it? I be like, I tell him. And then
Yeah. But like I wear your stuff, but like for me to go and wear Nike or Adidas,
shout out to shout out to Honor and Legacy. You know what I'm saying?
you know, I'm giving them enough play, but I'm not about to wear somebody's stuff so I could pay you to buy your clothes and then advertise for you for free.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You did what I'm saying? But shit, how you feel about this?
This podcast?
Yeah.
I think so. Back to the whole topic, how the tangent we got here, vertical integration. I think it's something that any person who's trying to start a business should look that up. 'Cause
Right.
I think it's an amazing idea.
Yeah.
I wish I had put more energy into it as I was coming up in business.
Yeah. I mean, they did say to be the millionaire, you need 7 streams of income.
Right. So I'm at about a solid 2 right now.
You got a solid 2. I tell you that. You got a good solid 2.
Yeah.
3. Well, about to be 3.
About to be 3.
About to be 3
Right.
for surely.
But yeah, vertical integration. Like to all my young black people, especially my young black man, because I'm a young black man, or I was a young black man.
No, you still young.
Look up vertical integration and just have an outline of what you're trying to do when you move forward. Do what you're doing now, but have an outline of what you're trying to do. Like a young lady I know, when she was like,
wrap it up, B.
No.
A young lady
anyway,
you know. Lady you know.
No, I was gonna say she was a makeup artist. Then she went to tattooing, and now like I'm working with her. So I'm trying to figure out what her next step is. She don't even know I'm trying to figure out what her next step is.
She will when she
see this, right?
Right.
But it's just like because I'm definitely gonna bring vertical integration to her. Like what's next after this?
And make sure you get that 10% management fee
right.
while you over there giving ideas. And
Right. But however it go, learn about vertical integration, incorporate it into your business, and yeah, that's really all I got. I'm gonna wrap it up because I've been long-winded on this topic.
Yeah, we've been long-winded on a lot of these topics.
It's all right. I gotta give you good sound clips. So when you breaking it up, it was so funny. My girl
busting this shit down like a brick. I'm telling you.
My girlfriend was like, "Oh, why you come up so much on the You Good Digital page?" I was like, "Look, that's my cousin's job. So you would have to ask him."
Hey, look, I post whatever clip makes sense. Whatever clip is gonna push our narrative and push our brand for that day. That's what I'm posting, and usually it's a lot of inspirational stuff. I don't post the BS. I post the stuff that motivates people. You know what I'm saying? So if you need a little motivation, you need a little kick in the ass, go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go follow us on Instagram and go follow us on TikTok. You Good Digital. It's really that simple. You good?
And go to the website.
You good? You good?
You good? I'm good.
The website. What's the website? www.yougooddigital.com. And that's on me and him. I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
That's on me and him. You know what I'm saying?
What that means is like, comment, subscribe.
Hello.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
We's out here.
We outside. Oh, it's your boy Long. See, look at me. My bad. Do it again. Wait. I'm trying to get my cousin to get to close out more. You know what I'm saying? So go.
All right, so thanks for tuning in. This is your boy Oscar with
Long Live Mosi, aka King Mosi.
Like, comment, subscribe, all that. Follow our personal Instagrams, our You Good Digital Instagram. Check out the You Good Digital website every day because you might get a surprise. I'm just saying.
That was good.
We out.
We out. We close on that. We out.